Have you ever heard of the city of Kampala? Its name means Hill of the Impalas, a beautiful tribute to the graceful animal that once roamed its landscape. This name connects the city's very identity to the impala, a creature of agility, strength, and surprising resilience. But what if I told you that this very animal offers a perfect metaphor for one of New York's most dynamic political figures, who also happens to hail from Kampala? This is the story of Zohran Mamdani, a New York State Assemblyman, whose journey from Uganda to the heart of American politics is as remarkable as the animal his hometown is named after. Born in Kampala to parents of Ugandan and Indian heritage, Mamdani carries the city's diverse legacy within him. Just as the name Kampala brings the spirit of the impala to the world, Mamdani brings his unique, cross-continental heritage to the global stage of New York. Impalas are masters of adaptation. They don't just live in one type of environment. They thrive in the transitional zones between savannas and forests. These are spaces of opportunity, where resources are abundant, but so are the dangers. To survive, the impala must be agile, always ready to move, to adapt, to find a new path. This is the world Zohran Mamdani grew up in, a world of blended cultures and shifting identities, preparing him for the complex political landscape he would one day navigate. He's a product of these in-between spaces, comfortable in transition, and skilled at finding opportunity where others might see only division. When you think of an impala, what's the first image that comes to mind? It's probably that incredible, gravity-defying leap. An impala can jump up to 10 feet high and cover a distance of 30 feet in a single bound. It's a breathtaking display of speed and power, used to evade predators and overcome obstacles with astonishing grace. This remarkable ability to leap forward is mirrored in Mamdani's own career. Think about his political ascent. In 2020, he made a giant leap into the New York State Assembly. He wasn't just another candidate. He was a 28-year-old Democratic Socialist who took on and defeated an established incumbent. This victory was a massive jump over the traditional barriers of entry in politics. He became one of the first South Asians, and the very first Ugandan American, to serve in the New York State Legislature. Each of these milestones was a leap over expectations, over a historical precedent, and over the conventional wisdom of what a politician should look like and where they should come from. But the leap is not just about raw power. It's about strategy. Impalas are constantly alert, using their keen senses to detect danger long before it arrives. They don't just react, they anticipate. Mamdani's political style reflects this same vigilance. He is known for his sharp, perceptive analysis of social issues, from housing crises to public transit failures. He doesn't wait for problems to become catastrophes. He's on the front lines, proposing solutions and challenging the status quo with a forward-thinking alertness that keeps his opponents on their toes. His career isn't just a series of lucky jumps. It's a calculated, swift, and agile progression, much like the impala navigating its challenging environment. Now, let's talk about the fight. While the impala is known for its grace, the male is equipped with a formidable weapon: long, elegant, lyre-shaped horns. These aren't just for show. They are tools for intense, head-to-head battles to establish dominance and defend their territory. When a male impala fights, it's a display of pure, focused strength. This combative spirit finds a powerful parallel in Zohran Mamdani's political temperament. Mamdani isn't in politics to maintain the peace of the establishment. He's there to fight for his constituents and shake things up. His political horns are his bold, uncompromising policy proposals. He's been a vocal champion for a universal rent freeze, arguing that housing is a human right, not a commodity. He has fought for massive taxes on the ultra-wealthy to fund public services, directly challenging the concentration of power and capital in New York. He is a fierce advocate for a free and fully funded public transit system. These aren't quiet suggestions, whispered in back rooms. They are loud, public battles he wages on the assembly floor, in the media, and on the streets alongside activists, like a male impala defending its herd. Mamdani uses his platform to fight for the territory, the well-being and security of working-class New Yorkers. His approach is unapologetically confrontational when it needs to be, using the sharp points of his policies to challenge powerful interests. He proves that true leadership sometimes requires not just agility, but a willingness to lock horns for what you believe in. But an impala is rarely alone. Its greatest strength lies not in the individual, but in the herd. Moving in large groups, sometimes numbering in the hundreds, they find safety in numbers. The collective vigilance of the herd protects each member from predators. This concept of collective power is the absolute cornerstone of Zohran Mamdani's political philosophy and success. He wasn't elected by big corporate donors or the party machine. He was swept into office by a powerful grassroots movement, herd of organizers, volunteers, and everyday New Yorkers who believed in his vision. His campaign was a testament to the power of community organizing. They knocked on thousands of doors, made countless phone calls, and built a coalition of working-class people from all backgrounds. This is his herd. It's the source of his strength and his protection against the powerful predators of the political world. Mamdani constantly emphasizes that his power comes not from his title, but from the people who put him there. He sees himself not as a lone leader, but as a representative of a collective movement. Just as the Impala herd moves as one, his political actions are synchronized with the needs and demands of his community. This connection to the herd is what gives his fight meaning and his leaps direction. It's the fundamental belief that true, lasting change comes not from one powerful individual, but from the organized strength of many. To truly understand the significance of Mamdani as the Impala of Kampala, we need to look at another important symbol from his homeland, the gray-crowned crane. This magnificent bird is the national symbol of Uganda, featured prominently on its flag. The crane represents the beauty, grace, and hope of the entire nation abroad, unifying, and perhaps more traditional symbol. It's the establishment icon, representing the country as a whole. Now, contrast that with the Impala. The Impala isn't the national symbol. It's the local symbol of the capital, Kampala. It represents something more specific, more rooted, more of the earth. It's grounded in a particular place and its unique history. This is the perfect metaphor for Mamdani's role in American politics. The Democratic Party has its own gray-crowned cranes, the established, mainstream figures who represent the broad, national identity of the party. But Mamdani is the Impala. He represents a new wave of progressive politics that is deeply rooted in local, community-level organizing. He doesn't represent the abstract hope of the entire party establishment. He represents the concrete, urgent needs of his district in Queens. He is a symbol of local change, of a progressive identity that is more specific, more combative, and more connected to the ground. Yet, like the Impala, whose name defines a capital city, his local impact is beginning to project nationally, challenging the traditional symbols of power and showing a new way forward. So, from the hills of Kampala to the streets of New York, the spirit of the Impala lives on. In Zohran Mamdani, we see its agility, its fighting spirit, and its deep reliance on the strength of the herd. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most powerful forces for change don't come from the expected places. They come from the ground up, with the speed of a leap and the strength of a community united. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think of this comparison? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deeper dive into the stories behind the headlines, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. See you next time.